Hey everybody, this is Melissa again with Dark Sky Designs, and tonight I'm going to make a onesie. I'm going to try and make a onesie, so just a onesie. I don't have the Chalk Couture mats. I will after I place my next order, so I just cut a piece of, I'm having a moment. Um, Cardboard. I don't know where that word went. It went way far away for a moment. And I put that in there, and that's just so that the ink doesn't go from the front into the back. The Chalk Couture mats are definitely nicer because they're sticky, so they help it stay in place as well. So I tried to cut a piece that fits it almost spot on here. And tonight I'm going to be making this with a transfer that says she leaves a little sparkle wherever she goes. And I'm going to do part of this using Rose Gold Couture ink. Now, for anybody who knows Chalk Couture, you might be thinking, but they don't make rose gold ink. So far. They don't, but I love mixing some of the other ink colors to make the rose gold paste, and it turns out really pretty. I've done a few projects using the rose gold color. So, see if I've got this. It looks relatively straight. I feel like it's a little bit to the right. Kaylee! I need you to join someday to come see how this works. And Joanna. Okay. Hopefully we are straight enough. Hey, Olga! Okay. So I've got it on, and again, I'm just making sure that, it helps if you can probably see the project. Angelita! Hello. Okay. So I've got my transfer on. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better. I'll have to work on camera angles. I've got it on. And the main color that I'm going to do tonight, for most of it, is going to be Tide. My light isn't fabulous in here, but it's a nice dark teal color. And it's part of one of the new ink colors. And I'm going to use this for most of the transfer, except for where it says sparkle, and that's where I'm going to use the color that I make. So I always caution people when you're working with the inks on fabrics, well, on just about anything, but definitely on fabrics, is that I try to use a really light hand. So when you are using the paste on most things, you can definitely put pressure on it, and you want that for most things. But with the inks, anytime I apply too much pressure, I find that it can bleed on me. So I'm going to try and be careful here. But again, I also want to use a different color on the sparkle, so we're going to see if how close I can get without getting in the sparkle. Okay. And then with everything, just take off whatever excess you can. It doesn't take a lot of either the paste or the inks when you're doing this. Oh, thank you, friend. It's the lash extensions. Anyways, it doesn't require a ton of paste or ink when you're doing projects, and so you always want to just take off that excess, one, to save it, and two, because they're easier to wash. Okay. Now, I am working with the ink, so I'm not as worried about my timeline on this. If you're working with paste, as I always recommend, you do want to be pretty quick with that, but the inks are more forgiving. Now I'm going to make what I'm going to call rose gold here. And that's going to be using the shimmer gold. Sorry, I know you can't really see it. But it's the shimmer gold Couture ink, the shimmer silver Couture ink, and then the candy apple red Couture ink. Try to do this without making a huge mess here. I need to like rename my channel the Messy Craft Room. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. So I'm going to take a bit. Again, this is the red candy apple. I don't need a ton for this project, but the inks last a little while in these little containers. The pastes don't last too long, but the inks do. So sometimes I make up a little extra to have on hand if I'm doing a lot of projects. Which I am at the moment, since I'm doing another show in Filer, Idaho at the beginning of October. Okay, so I try to put just about equal parts in there, and I always eyeball it, but I do about equal parts and then just try to mix it up really well, and it will kind of stick down on the sides and the bottom. So it's pretty decent. Dump that in the water because I don't want it back in my... And again, I'll apologize for the lighting. I don't know if I can get this, but it makes a really pretty rose gold, a really nice, pretty pink, shimmery color. So now I'm going to take my little squeegee that fits in there, and I'm going to try and do just the word sparkle here without mixing up too much. I just did a little bit. I think I'll be okay. Now, depending on your comfort level, you can always take this off, take the transfer off, and wash it in between if that's easier, and let the ink dry. But if you're comfortable with it, you can try and do it all at once. And again, it just depends on how comfortable you are and how quick you think you're going to be with it. A lot of times if I layer projects, I prefer just take them off and deal with it that way. And even that one, I'm going to put the excess back, and then I will use my little lid. So now I'm going to take the transfer off. And again, this is where it'd be nice if I had one of the Chalk Couture mats, which again, I'll be getting because it's sticky and it doesn't pull as much. But I'm going to try and pull this and not screw anything up here. I missed a couple spots. I'm going to leave it for now. When I miss little spots like that, which it's super easy to fix those, because what I'll do is I'll just clean off the transfer, and then I'll stick it back on, and I'll just clean up the areas that I missed. So here's a little baby onesie, and she leaves a little sparkle wherever she goes, and it's hard to see on the camera, but the sparkle right here is in, again, the really pretty rose gold sparkly color. So any questions, just let me know. This will be one of the items I have at the next show. Everybody have a good night. Thank you. Bye.